Come here, man. Let me know if you can hear me or not. Got this Bluetooth on. I ain't really sure. And I'm driving, so I ain't gonna be paying no whole lot of attention to the camera if you could come in here and try to leave me all kind of messages. I appreciate it. I'll try to get to them later on. But I was trying to read a comment. I don't know when he posted it, but I had seen it. I was trying to read this comment by Jay Mechanics. And my bad, bro. You know, when you first came to the channel, you had said something. I thought you was a female because of how your name was. But my apologies. I was reading your comment, bro, and I couldn't read it all. I ain't gonna lie, because the phone was shaking and I'm driving. But what I seen was you had quit smoking because you were trying to get your CDL and get your life situated. And I commend that. I swear I do. I just want to encourage you to focus, man, and remember this, everybody. I tell y'all about that long road all the time. And the thing about that long road is, you gonna get so far down that long road that it get to being a short road. Or should I say, you're gonna get so far down that road away from the bullshit that you was leaving and you was walking around that your life gonna be different. You know what I'm saying? The way you see shit gonna start being different. Like the way I was thinking about this last night. I was riding through Pennsylvania and I was like, man, when you in life, when you dealing with life, when you dealing with your bullshit part, you're not gonna be able to understand real shit. Cause you so full of shit and you so full of bullshit, and in situations, different situations, we done all been full of shit. We done all been full of bullshit. But the thing about it is, when you start getting away from that bullshit and you start getting into the real shit, that's when the bullshit in life stop making sense. The bullshit people stop making sense. And I just want to congratulate anybody that's walking away from the bullshit, man, getting to the real shit. It ain't gonna be easy, but it is gonna be worth it. You feel me? I promise it's gonna be worth it. So Jay, man, what I can tell you is, man, just stay strong and fuck all that other bullshit. Just think about it like this. This is one thing used to help me with the smoking. We can start with the cigarettes, then we can go to the other shit. I used to think about how much money I used to spend. And with the cigarettes, it seemed kind of petty after a while compared to what I was spending on that other shit. Because that other shit I was spending about $300 a week, really $350, because like I say, I was buying a box of cigars, and the box of cigars by itself cost me $25. Because I was the type of nigga who I don't like going to the store. I'm always trying to figure out how to save something. So I'm like, you know what? One thing I used to really hate was to get home from work or wherever I was, walk in the door, and got one cigar or no cigars, and be like, damn, I gotta turn right back around and go to the store, or I'll be sitting there on the late night, and I'll get ready to go to bed, I'll be doing what I'm doing, the store closed, the only store open is 10 miles down that way, so I don't want to get up out the shit and get uncomfortable and go to the store for 10 miles, drive back another 10 miles, when it's a store in walking distance. It's just closed. So I be like, man, I'm gonna just hit the store when I get up in the morning. But I'm the type of dude who I like to wake and bake when I was smoking. So I would always be like, damn, I wake up and I be ready, but I gotta go to the store. I come all the way in the studio or the garage, whatever you want to call it. But I come in the studio and I get to break it down, and then I reach and be like, oh damn, I gotta go to the store. I hate that shit. So what I would do is I buy all that shit, in bulk. And I know once that box starts, it ain't like the pack getting show where you got 1 or 2 cigars there. The box getting show you got 1 or 2. So that means I had like 3 to 6 cigars when it's like I'm to the store in time. Either way it go, I was spending too much money on that shit. And me getting down to me struggling, paying, I ain't saying I'm struggling paying the bills, but I knew my stash, my money was getting low. I got mortgage to pay, I got phone bills to pay, I got car note to pay, I got gas to pay, I got goddamn car insurance to pay, I got my mama's cell phone bill, my cell phone bill. Hell, I eat a lot of my own food that I'm buying myself. I ain't just waiting on my mama to go to the grocery store and buy food for the house. Hell, buy food for you, I buy food for me. And I ain't just saying like I wouldn't feed my mama, but my mama go grocery shopping and she'll call home or tell me, hey, write down what you need on the list. Or she'll call what you need from the store. Man, I'm straight, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Spend your money on what you need to get from the store. And then when I need something, if you ain't bought it, then you know what I'm saying, I'll try to buy it myself. When I went on my diet and started trying to lose weight, then I started buying my own food. But me saving money was just a way that I used to convince myself, man, that it's time to quit buying this shit. But when you start counting it up, it go a little bit like this. I'm buying a zipper, 150 for some good gas. I'm doing it twice a week. That's 300. Plus, I'm buying a box of Rillos to go with every zipper. $25 a box, 2 zippers a week. Add that 50 on to 300. That's 350. Now we can stop counting by zip. We're gonna say 350 a week. Well, in 2 weeks, that's 700, right? Well, in a month, that's $1,400 on a habit. 1,400 times 10 is 14,000. With 2 more months left, add another 14, another 14, and that's 28. 28 with 14, well, that's 16,800. And I can think of a whole lot more shit that I could do with $16,800 a year than the rabbit and some cigars and smoke it up. You feel me? I like to wear expensive shit. Shoes. You know what I'm saying? I don't buy every pair of Jordans that come out, but I got my fair share. I got more than the average. This is a stupid motherfucking highway right now. I gotta get around. You know what I'm saying? I buy more than the average. I like to go out to eat. I damn sure love to take my mama out to eat. Just to be able to spend time with her, to be able to talk to her, you know what I'm saying? So we can build memories and enjoy it, because I know I'm not going to always have my mama. And I would much rather, spend that money kicking it with my mama, or taking my nieces to the circus or something like that, than just sitting back smoking, sitting there in the garage, because I can do that anyway. Like I said, I can't see what you're saying, bro. I'm going to try to read it later on, though. So, hell yeah, man, I would encourage anybody. Because this is the thing about it, man. What's the point? I know I was young and I used to tell motherfuckers, man, this ain't no habit, nigga. It's a lifestyle. Nah, nigga, that ain't the lifestyle I need to lead. It ain't the one I want to lead. Yeah, I mean, it's a social drug. So, I used to smoke with the homies or smoke with my, like, especially with my sister. Me and my big sister we'll have falling out or you know, whatever. And I'd be like, man, come, it ain't even got to be a fallout. But I already know how we vibe. We don't really vibe. Unless we fall up in their garage and roll something up. And then we sitting there talking. I used to tell mother, man, look, I used to call it being a peace pipe counselor. Mother used to laugh at me. I used to tell them, look here, man, the Indians used to have their peace pipe. And when there was a problem in the community, they'll take them motherfuckers in their goddamn teepee, pop their pipe, and they talk out their problems. And I'm like, man, have you never realized that you can't smoke and argue and beef with the motherfucker at the same time. You got to do one or the other. Either you gonna smoke with them or you gonna beef with them. But you can't do them both, because doing the testing of smoking, the beef go away. I learned that dealing with my woman. Back the old lady I used to tell y'all about, I learned that dealing with her, man. Look, we get to arguing and fussing and fighting about this shit, and we'll roll something up, and that's how the fights end every day. And then the next day, it start right back. But when I roll something up, the fight is over with. So I used to tell me I want to do peace pipe counseling, which was for couples or anything like that. I wanted to get my counseling license, and I would sit back and counsel motherfuckers and smoke with them until all the problems disappeared. But thing is, better than some smoke, this is just gonna be a temporary fix, a band-aid on a bullet hole. Cause like I told you, the same thing with my sister, we cool while we in there. But 2 hours later, we ain't in there smoking, we in the hallway, or we in the kitchen, or we at the restaurant, or wherever we at, we start to get into it. What we supposed to do? Put the food down and walk outside the restaurant, go to the car and start smoking, and we gonna be cool for another 20 minutes, go back in there and try to get this meal down our throat before we get back into it? Hell no. The best thing in the world is an understanding. Sometimes you can't get an understanding with another person, but you can always get one with yourself. So my understanding with my sister is, I understand who she is and what she about. I've been knowing her all my life. I know what to expect with her, and I know if I don't want to deal with it, I need to move my ass, or I just need to be in a headspace where I can put up with the shit. If not, I'm a grown man. I can go to a different room. I can go get in my car and go to a different house, whatever. My main thing is, I like to encourage y'all to become the best version of yourself. I like you to be the best father you can be, the best brother you can be, the best husband you can be, the best wife you can be, the best mother you can be. You know what I'm saying? You and your loved ones deserve that. And I promise you, I don't be home, man, but I be proud of the shit I be doing, man. I be proud of the shit that I don't do no more. And like I said, man, like I tell y'all about me, I listen to Be Ephesians the same way y'all listen to me. I take what I need to take away from it. Sometimes it's just entertainment while I'm out here riding. But it's also a reminder of all that bullshit I've been through, because like I said, dude, a lot of shit dude be saying is exactly the type of shit I was going through and what I was dealing with. Even when he describing the barracks and the dorms, I be like, yup, most of the prisons he be describing drives and whacking hut, McPherson unit. So I know, like, even when he just saying, I can picture exactly how this shit look. I be picturing CB walking around, Grimes unit, whacking hut. But I be also hearing the lessons. I be seeing some mistakes, some things he could have did different and did better, but for the most part, I commend Bill on how he was doing his time. My thing, the only thing different between me and Bill doing our time was when it came down to the games, our structure wasn't like that. And there was a lot of times where I told the motherfucker, fuck you. I'm not getting in it. I'm not participating in it. There ain't nothing in it of value for me. None of that. And I just had to become one of them people that'll tell one of these dummies, like, look at here, bro. Like, on one thing, I ain't listening to things, like, I didn't really want to hear it. I wanted to hear something different, so I changed it. I ain't gonna lie. And that was today. And he was talking about games, but he was like, man, you got to think. Like, if you, like I told y'all, man, my brother is a blood. Another nigga that I committed myself to being his brother is GD. Well, two niggas is. Well, now one of them BD and one of them GD. Cause my nigga, DJ is BD. Mike is GD. Look Cool is the blood. The nigga that I called my brother that was a Crip is out of there. That was the nigga who started the business and tried to fuck me around. Tried to use the shit out of my ass. And I just don't condone no fuck shit like that. Cause I'm not that type of dude. I would never do nobody like that I fuck with. So if a nigga that I fuck with do me like that, then you no longer a nigga I fuck with. But this ain't about that. The reason why I was disagreeing was he was like, so if you fuck with a nigga and he this gang and you that gang and you think you gonna go to prison, what you gonna do when his gang and your gang get into it? That goddamn thing, what you mean? If it was a situation where we all gotta ride, then we all gotta ride. But he was like, are you gonna ride on your partner, on your brother? No, sir. But what if the gang tell you, well, oh, you gonna choose his gang over our gang? No, sir. But I'm gonna choose him. I'm not sitting here saying I'm not gonna ride. But if you think I'm going to run over here and poke my brother, then you crazy out your goddamn mind. If you think I'm going to run over here and hit my brother upside the head with a lock and sock, you out your rabbit ass mind. It don't work like that. And homeboy would have to tell you like this. If you, as my brother, as my loc, as my cousin or whatever, would even put me in that situation and expect me to do that, then me and you could have problems. Not me and the whole gang, me and you gonna have problems though. But I got to the point where I'm like, look at here. As a grown man, why would you want to be involved in some bitch ass shit like that anyway? Niggas in prison gonna always bump heads and get into it. And you gonna always have followers just ready to put their life on the line to impress somebody else. But at the end of the day, every man in prison is doing their own time. And if you leave them in there long enough, they gonna find out that whoever they thought was gonna ride, ain't gonna ride. The motherfuckers that is riding, don't mean they gonna be solid next week. You are your own best asset. That's one thing I learned in prison, man. You are your own best asset. At the end of the day, the person in there you can trust is you. The person you can depend on beyond a shadow of a doubt is you. Nobody else. Because these dudes are doing their own thing. And whenever it becomes beneficial enough, your ass is grass. You're not going to matter no more. The game not going to matter. None of that going to matter, bro. Now, every once in a while, you will run across a motherfucker ignorant enough, and I'm going to say ignorant enough, to remain solid to a gang in any situation. Still not good enough. I'm going to tell you why. Because the day you decide to make a decision to save your own life, or to say, you know what, I'm going to start putting my mama and my kids before these Crips or before these Bloods, that nigga that's so solid to the gang, do you in. Because he's so solid that he'll turn on his mama, he'll turn on his family, he'll say fuck his kids, I don't give a damn if I ever see him again. Tookie Williams say, Larry Hoover say, you know, Jeff Ford say, that type of shit. Well, I'm gonna tell you some real shit. At the end of the day, Tookie Williams wasn't banging Crip like that no more. At the end of the day, Larry Hoover not banging BD, GD folks like that no more. You know what I'm saying? These dudes that we all look up to got to a point where they were like, you know what? This shit dumb as hell. This shit dumb as hell. What's up, Tank? And all I'm saying is, it ain't even about games, but it's about you. Get to that point in life where this dumb shit is dumb as hell, man. All the dumb shit we did and we do, get to that point where that shit's stupid as fuck. Where your kids, yourself, your mama, whoever it is, mean more to you than what these so-called homeboys think about you. Because guess what? 9.5, 10 and a half times out of 10, they just like you. Got tricked into this motherfucking lifestyle as a child and don't know how to get out of it. Waiting on somebody to come and knock on their door and tell them, hey, bro, it's cool, bro. If you want out of this crippin', you want out of this blood and this pyro, you want out of this BD, this GD, this IGD, this new breed, this Vice Lord, this folk on the hustler, this Peckerwood, you want out this Gold, whatever it is. Go ahead, bro. Go live your life. You know how many niggas will walk the fuck away if they had that opportunity? You know how many women will walk away if they had that opportunity? I'm gonna tell you some real shit. Give yourself that opportunity. You don't need nobody's permission to better yourself. And if them bros was really your brothers, then they would want to see you better yourself. But if they don't, they'll ought to tell you. You only in the game because they want strength by numbers. They don't give a damn what the number is. They don't give a damn if it's a prison number or not. You know what I'm saying? Man, we have to be for real. And then I'm gonna tell you, I be trying to get my neighbor. I ain't gonna say I be trying. I tried once or twice. He told me he wasn't sure. My neighbor told me this day. But let me tell you what happened, then I'm gonna tell you what he told me. I ain't gonna lie, man. I was used to having money. Big money. And I ain't come out folded up money holding like that. Stacked up rubber bands around it, holding up like that. You know what I'm saying? Riding Benz, and I ain't gonna say like I've been doing this all my life. I grew up poor. But I got to a point where I started getting money doing shit. Not robbing people. I was done with that. And I was to the aspect of, well, I ain't robbing nobody no more. One thing I always told myself is, I'm not going back to prison for the same shit. I had to get to the point where I'm like, I'm not going back to prison, period. But I was out there hustling. I'm getting this money stacked up. I'm riding Benz. I'm riding Beamer. All this shit. Can't tell me shit. And one of these niggas that I was out here in the game calling my uncle, because he did basically raise me, was a big time dope dealer. When I say big time, I'm talking about they probably gonna end up writing a movie, and right now the movie, but writing a book about this nigga prison right now telling their story, and he probably in plenty of these damn stories, he in plenty of mine. But the nigga had started putting that shit in my hands, and I started doing what he do. But it got to a point where he started spoon feeding me, and I was mad about that. The streets knew I was mad about it, because the streets knew how much I could turn up. They knew what I could do. He was trying to hold me back. He was giving me a speech about, you don't want to be the man, you trying to be the man. I'm like, nigga, I'm not trying to be the man, but I am trying to be the man in my own relationship. My girl a hustler, and she out hustling me, big time. One day, Unc got to the point where he really was mad. I had switched from a C-class Benz to an S-class Benz. When got that money on up. Look, and I'm gonna tell you another lesson in the middle of this lesson. My brother DJ, I was $100 bill short of getting an S-class. $100 bill, motherfucker wasn't going. So I went and hollered at my brother. I pull up in the C-class. And I'm like, bro, let me get 100. He's like, what you need 100 for? I'm like, man, I'm trying to get this S-class Benz, man. They tripped my little $100, bro. I ain't got it. Bro looked me dead in my eyes and told me, say, man, if that's all you need to get that S-class and you can't get it, then maybe you're not a S-class type of nigga. Maybe you need to stay in the C-class. My blood was boiling. Nigga, I was mad than a motherfucker. It was me and my other brother, little man, in the car. Man, it was my nigga Jay, the one that did my tattoo. Well, it's over here. The wheelchair tattoo. It was me and him because I had took him to court, and the motherfuckers that had the Benz was across the street from the courtroom. That's how I know. But when bro said that to me, I ain't gonna lie, I was mad. I was like, man, you supposed to be my motherfucking brother, nigga. I know you got the money. You gonna tell me I'm not an S-class type of nigga? But as I hit a block or two, I started thinking, damn, nigga, you can't come up with the 100. Maybe you ain't an S-class type of nigga. We gonna cut the story a little bit short and just put it like this. An hour later, I was back at bro house talking shit, pull up in the S-class. And he was like, shit, nigga, it is what it is. I ain't mad at you. You know what I'm saying? You went and got your shit, you supposed to go get it. But I just had to let you know, my nigga, that if you want it, then you got to go find a way to get it. Just don't come to me like, you know what I'm saying, man, I want some shit, get here. He said, even though I ain't no thing about you paying me back, bro. He said, man, $100 ain't enough money for you to be around here asking somebody for when you can go get that, bro. Get off your ass and go get it if you want it. And I did. So I wasn't mad at him no more. I had took that lesson that he was trying to teach me and I learned it. And I learned, I'm like, bro, unless you really need something, stop asking folks for shit. Get off your ass and go get it yourself. And don't do no dumb shit. Because it ain't nothing in this world worth $100 bill that I was trying to get right then. Nothing, I ain't gonna say nothing in this world, but nothing was worth my freedom. And it damn sure wasn't 100. We didn't go do no illegal shit or no bullshit. Back to the original story. And I done told y'all this before, Uncle had cut me off. I think it was because I was turning up in the streets and I was, you know what I'm saying, doing my thug thing, but Uncle had cut me off. Once I came back with the S-class. I think Uncle started hating on me a little bit. Usually Uncle, you ain't gotta call me. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, we hustle, but you ain't gotta call me. I'ma call you and tell you, hey, I got that, I'm ready for some more. And he gonna tell me to pull up or come see me around this time. And I'm gonna pull up to the car lot. You know what I'm saying? Cause Uncle had some business. I'll pull up to the car lot and goddamn we talking to us, sit down about an hour or two, handle business, and then I bounce. So it got to that point where I made that phone call. And I'm like, hey, Unc. He's like, what's up, nephew? You got that for me? I'm like, yeah, boy, I'm ready for you. When you want me to pull up? He was like, nah, don't pull up. Just stay at the house, So I stay at the house, I get a phone call. And his uncle, he like, hey, take that outside, man. I got somebody outside the house to pick it up. So I grabbed that, and I fuck around. When I get out there, I pulled out the wrong bankroll. They were like, oh shit, nah. He like, man, you sure that ain't? I'm like, nah, that ain't it, my nigga hurt. He like, all right. I'm like, where that's it? He like, well, what's it? I'm like, you ain't got nothing for me? He was like, nah, he ain't tell us to give you nothing, bro. He ain't give us nothing for you. He just told us to come pick this up. I'm like, all right, bitch. I called Unc, he ain't answering the phone. I'm like, bitch ass nigga. That's when I knew it was a play. Bitch ass nigga. But the thing about it is, like I say, I paid you what I owe you. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say I was behind, but I was getting what I was paying for. And then I was getting it up spoon feeding the nigga. Y'all know how the game go. He wouldn't let me buy my own. He'll always throw it to me and be like, bring it back. If I buy my own, I don't owe you shit. So when I make my money, I can go wherever the fuck I want to. I know the game. But that's who I was getting this good shit from, so that's who I was getting this good shit from. Now, when Unc got to playing with me, I ain't had no backup. You know what I'm saying? You can't serve two masters, so I ain't had no backup. It got to a point where I'm like, man, I'm about to go back to what I know. I'm about to grab the thing and go take something. And it, man, when I tell you it was on my mind, I was going back and forth with it for days. And finally, I got to that point where I was like, yep, it's on. I put my all black on. I grabbed that thing and I walked out the front door, and my neighbor was out there washing his car. And I got in the car and I just sat there for about 2-3 minutes. And he knocked on the window. I let the window, I'm like, what's up, bro? He was like, Phil, come over here and holler at me in the garage. I slid over there to the garage. I'm like, what's up, bro? He like, hey, man, I don't know what you got on your mind, but don't do it, bro. I'm like, what you talking about? He like, bro, listen to me. I ain't no dummy, my nigga. I know I look like an old man just over here living my life, going back and forth to work every day, man, but I done been right where you at. Everything I done seen you doing over there, I done done it myself, bro. Listen to me, bro. Whatever you got on your mind, please don't do it.
Miles. Keep left to I-80 West, then keep right.
And I'm thinking to myself, it's kind of funny. I'm kind of laughing with it, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, man, what is this nigga on? What you talking about, bro? And why are you watching me so hard? And he like, bro, I ain't watching you, but I'm seeing you, bro. And I know that look on your face, my nigga. You done did a whole lot of time in prison, right? I said, yeah, man, I did 7 years of change straight. And he said, Phil, look at me. I looked at him like, what's up? He said, try 27. Like, what you mean? He said, yeah, bro, I did 27 years straight in the Texas Department of Corrections. I'm like, man, you bullshit. He was like, man, you know how hard and how long it took me to get to this point where you don't look at me and see 27 years of prison on me, bro? And I'm thinking about the shit and I'm like, damn.
Keep right on I-80.
This motherfucker see you. So I said, I know it told me to go left, now I'm saying keep right. But
continue on I-80.
this ain't no I-80. Oh yeah. But the main, and I told y'all one thing about it is, I tell y'all the same thing with the preacher. I'm like, when a motherfucker looking you in your face and they call you out, you gonna feel that. Whether they talking to you or not. If they're preaching and he preaching and he calling out the bullshit that you got going on, you gonna be like, damn, this nigga speaking to me. Cause he is. But you don't realize it might be 20, 30 other motherfuckers in the church he's speaking to too. But at this point in time, this man was talking to me. It was me and him in that garage. And the bullshit I was on, even though he didn't call exactly what it was, the man told me, he said, bro, whatever you got going, bro, do not do it. And I'm like, man, I don't know. Now you know what I'm talking about, bro. No, do it. And when I walked out the garage, bro, I walked past my motherfucking car and walked back in that house. And put that thing up. And I came back out there and I talked to the dude for a minute and I went back on in the house. Later on that week, I got a phone call from a job. Well, now, I was doing a little odd job with the homeboy that was the crib. I told you I was like a brother. I was doing that shit with him, letting him juice the shit out of me. But it was one day where it was another dude that I guess he used to do business with that had his own truck. And I went and I worked with dude. And he asked me the next day, and I ain't gonna lie, dude was paying way better than my homeboy. So that next day, he asked me if I wanted to work with him again, because what he was doing was he was delivering these machines to these banks, and we was putting them in these banks, installing them. Well, I was working with dude, and I got this phone call about this job called the Manco. They do the whirly birds that go on top of the roof, the things that spin around, it's the whirly birds. They do those and other vents for the roof. It's only 2 companies they got, one in Arkansas and one in Arizona. So you got to work hard, but they pay you good. You start out around 16 and some change or 14 and some change or something, and you get a raise. They got a period of time. Every you this period you get a raise. And it's $1 raise, $2 raise, 50-cent raise, 90-cent raise, but it's on clock. So you ain't got to go to work and work your ass off and kiss ass and suck dick and bootlick and get a raise. They gonna tell you, now you come here and you do your work to the point where we gonna fire your ass. When you've been working here 2 months, you're getting a $2 raise. A month and a half later after that, you're getting a 90-cent raise, bro. Another 2 months, you might get a $1 raise. And you know exactly how much the raise is gonna be and how many days you gotta work to get that raise, so there's no discrepancy. You're gonna get that money. My homeboy named Lil T. Lil T got that job when he was fresh out of prison. We got out around the same time. The whole time I had been out hustling, doing odd jobs, working at this good job, working this sucker-ass job over here, he had been in Lamanco the whole time. I seen his grind, I seen him come up, I seen how he started riding different. It was slow at first. You know what I'm saying? The man had a little SUV, like an old school Chevy Blazer or some shit with the sound in it. Now it was a Tahoe. Then he got him a pickup truck, a newer model pickup truck. He staying with his mama the whole time. They living, you know what I'm saying, in the hood. Then one day, the man goddamn me called me. He was like, hey bro, I need your help, man. I done got my new house, bro. I need you to help me move into my new house. The man took me out there to see the house, blew my damn mind. This man went and got him a $250,000 house. I'm talking about in the neighborhood where ain't no crime in. This type of neighborhood where motherfuckers going to sleep with their front doors unlocked because they ain't worried about it. Like that. Like ain't nobody around here, ain't nobody coming around here that ain't straight. Ain't no roaded ass, no ratchet ass, no none of that around this neighborhood. And I'm looking, and I promise that boy motivated the shit out of me, bro. I decided right then, I said, man, look, I'm tired of the hustling shit. I'm trying. And I had tried to apply for that job over time, never got it. But I was working with dude, and the woman called me, and I had made so much money with this new dude that I was with homie, that when they called, she was like, hey, this is such and such that she was talking about this such and such when the man come in trying to see if you was working. I'm like, yeah, I'm working. And then I was like, yeah, I'm good. I hung up the phone. Yeah, sometimes motherfuckers say some shit so fast. Sometimes motherfuckers be talking so fast you don't really hear them. Well, these motherfuckers did me like that. They talked to me too fast. The woman did. I hung up the phone. I jumped out the back of the truck, grabbed the dolly, and I was like, man, oh shit, that's Lamanco. I told Bud, I'm like, hey bro, let me take this phone call real quick, call these people back. Pull my car, the woman back. And I told her, I said, man, I don't mean no harm.
In 1.25 miles.
That's the job I've been waiting on.
To I-80 West, then keep right.
I told her, I said, bro, this is the job I've been waiting on. They just called me. I'm going down there tomorrow. They don't drug test or none of that, so I'm gonna go get this job, bro. And I ain't gonna lie, the man had a little attitude or whatever, because he had spent a couple of days training me how to install these machines. And the thing about it is, it ain't no one man install. So now, he ain't got nobody to help him install the motherfuckers. Because I'm out of there. So I understood, but at the same time, like I just told y'all, man, it comes to the point where you got to put everything, you got to put yourself above everybody else's needs and they wants. And this is one of them times. I felt like I already seen my homeboy come up and get this job, so I'm going to get this job, I'm about to come up.
Take the exit on the right to I-80
And
West,
it was not that
then
simple.
keep
I got
right.
the job, and the money was what the money was, but the work. Boy, them motherfucking machines, I wasn't built for it. Just being honest. Like I used to get, it'd be certain machines Because even though it's like 8 machines is all the same, they all run different. So it's like this one might have this little imperfection you got to work around, and then the next one might have this imperfection you got to work around, and then this one do this right here. You got there was certain motherfuckers that can get in there and be like, fuck it. They run through that shit so fast. I wasn't one of them dudes. Everything I was doing, I had to learn. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to learn that shit, and I was learning it. But I guess I just wasn't up to par how they wanted me to be. And one thing about it is they do layoffs. Like even he got laid off at the beginning. And he was telling me, he was like, bro, they'll lay you off, but if you good worker, they gonna bring you back. They just go find you McDonald's or whatever you got to do until that little 20, 30, 40 days or whatever over, and they bring you back. Well, when dude came and did the layoffs, I couldn't take it personal because he laid off probably about 20 people. All in my face, like I was the first one, and I ain't gonna lie, I was taking the first day first. But then we went on lunch break, I heard everybody like, yeah, man, they laid me off and shit, man. I'm like, oh, shit, you too? Like, hell yeah, they got you. I'm like, hell yeah, that man came and laid me off. The thing about it is, why I really was taking it personal, because he was telling me, like, man, I feel like I gotta lay you out, man, but I'm gonna just be honest with you, I'm not gonna bring you back. So I knew they really were firing my ass, but I thought he was just playing it off. Like, I'm gonna lay you off, but you really were firing my ass. They laid me off, dude told me right to my face, he was like, man, I ain't gonna bring you back. So I told my homeboy, oh, man, he said, damn, man, dude, so you, he was like, man, fuck dude. So that happened. I had to get back in the barbershop and go hard. But, and it wasn't even the barbershop. I started cutting hair at the house, going hard. Not long after that is when the pandemic hit. And when the pandemic first hit, I was in the house, in the garage. I still got the barbershop set up in there. I was in the garage going hard, taking everybody's clients because all the haircut prices went up. I went up slightly. Instead of charging niggas $50 for a haircut, I was charging niggas like $25, $30. So I was getting my fair share of clientele. My pocket was straight. But when they started shutting all the barbershops down, I ain't gonna lie, niggas was clipper hating. They started complaining. Because another thing I was doing was I was cutting all my haircuts on social media, like live. I go live like I'm going live with y'all now and do my haircuts. And I have motherfuckers on there making comments, slicking in comments. Oh man, you know you ain't supposed to be cutting no hair and you can't have them people at your house like that. And I'm like, man, what you gonna tell on me or something? After a while, motherfucker like, yeah, nigga. You the reason why they ain't gonna let us open the barbershop back up or this and that. And I'm like, man, you just using that as an excuse to hate on a nigga, bro. But I gotta get this money, nigga. But I got to that point where I was like, you know what? I gotta shut this shit down because the hate ain't gonna stop. I went and got my CDL. A lot of people ask me, like, man, when they ask me, like, the jobs and shit I be applying for, I do the interviews. So how long you been driving? I tell them, like, 2020, I went and got my CDL when the pandemic hit because I was a barber and they chose all the barbershops down. And they were like, oh yeah, man, you a hustler. I see it in you right now. Just by telling me that. You ain't letting them affect your money. Hell no. But more than my money, it was my livelihood because I knew that if I just stayed idle and I wasn't out here making the type of money to support the type of life I wanted to live, then it was an easy chance for me to get back into some extracurricular bullshit. And thinking ahead, I was like, man, I don't want to put myself in a position where I'm out here playing with my freedom or with my life. And when you sitting back trying to take them shortcuts, trying to do everything fast, trying to do everything overnight, that's when you're going to make them rash decisions, man. That's when you're going to find yourself in a situation where you got to be on grown-up timeout. The thing about it is, in the world we live in today, a lot of people not gonna make it to the grown-up timeout. They gonna make it to the final resting place. I'm not ready for neither one of them. I know the type of people that watch my videos. COs watch my videos. Police officers watch my videos. Ex-convicts watch my videos. Parents of kids that's going down that wrong road watch my videos. People that have been around that wrong road before watch my videos. Truck drivers watch my videos. And my thing is here. I don't care if you black, white, gay, straight, cop, convict, none of that. I want everybody in the sound of my voice to get something from my videos and something positive. I want you to walk away better than you came. Because for one, me saying on positive shit and encouraging people to do positive shit is what helps me. You know what I'm saying? That shit really does help me. It's so easy for me to get out this video and go and do some fuck shit, some bullshit, some trifling shit. But I promise you, it would not be easy at all for me to get back on here and explain to y'all that, man, Uncle Phil was out here trying to sell some dope. Uncle Phil was out here trying to carjack somebody. Man, I was out here trying to rob somebody. I was out here trying to break into somebody's house. That shit it wouldn't sit on my soul. It wouldn't come out. I'd choke trying to say some shit like that. And I hope that I always feel that way. That's why I don't mind telling y'all, man. Y'all keep me out the bullshit. As much as I be trying to keep y'all out of it, y'all keep me away from doing bullshit. Somebody like Jake McCann is coming over and telling me, man, look, I was watching your videos, man, and I decided to goddamn quit smoking weed and quit smoking this and quit drinking and get my shit together, man, and go get my CDL. Man, that shit mean the world to me. When I say people encourage me, man, that's like 100 times past encouragement. That's validation, man. And I don't know how y'all feel, but to be validated, for somebody to come to you and tell you, hey, man, everything you doing is for a reason. That shit working. You really out here helping people. Man, that means the world to me. I promise it do. And I would never encourage you to do nothing less than be real with yourself. Be real with your family. Be real with your community. But the shit starts with self. Because you're not going to be able to be real with none of these people if you lying to yourself every day. And I'm going to tell you some real shit. And it's just real as how I see it. Once you know better, you do better. And if you don't do better, once you know better, you can't be keeping real with yourself. You can't be. I mean, I know everybody be wanting to kick it sometimes and enjoy themselves and enjoy their life. But I'm going to tell you what I heard a judge tell a woman. I know I told y'all about my lawyer was telling me, hey, don't go out there and make no excuses to that judge. I know this judge. He going to ask you when he done talking this shit to you, he going to ask you, now why did you do what you did? And he waiting on you to make the excuse or give him some type of explanation. Just tell him I was making bad decisions at the time. That's the realest thing you can say, because whatever you did was a bad decision. And being that it was bad decisions at the time, lets him know that you owning up to your shit and you trying to do better now. I went up there and said that shit to do. And I wasn't going to say it at first because I'm thinking, man, this is what made me go ahead and say that to the judge. The woman that went up there before me was up there for stealing some meat out the grocery store. Stuck it down in the front of her waistband and tried to get out the store with it. And the judge asked her, like in a joking manner, now why did you Why was you in Walmart trying to steal this meat? He said, Young, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I was doing it for my kids. My kids was hungry, they needed something to eat. And his whole demeanor changed. Bullshit. Don't lie to me, you wasn't thinking about them kids. How you gonna tell me you was thinking about them kids when you fit to go to prison? You wasn't thinking that them kids needed a mother every day of their life? You wasn't thinking you need to be there for your kids? You should have been thinking of a better way to feed your kids. I said, yup, not fit to go up there and make no excuse for this nigga. He gonna flip it on and make me look dumb. So I went there and said what I said. And over the years, like I told y'all, I sat in prison telling these same stories of my childhood, of the military and shit. I need to think of some more military stories. But I used to tell these stories in prison. That's why so many motherfuckers be like, oh man, Philup be making up shit. That nigga be capped. Because they couldn't see the shit when I'm telling them the story. But the story of me going to court that day was one of the stories I used to tell. So I would always remember the words that the lawyer told me, just telling me he was making bad decisions at the time. And over years and years and years going by, I had to come to the realization that, hey, you was making bad decisions, but you still making bad decisions. The shit don't stop. When are you gonna add the at the time part and make that part real? Because until you stop making them bad decisions, it ain't that I was making bad decisions at the time. It's just judge. I'm a fuck up. I wake up every day and I make bad decisions. I make bad choices. I do stupid shit. And then later on, I just tell myself, well, now you got to deal with the consequences. I was also one of them dudes that I'm like, yeah, man, you got to go deal with these consequences. So, yeah, get it on your mind. Go on deal with it. But it got to a point where I was tired of the consequences. I was tired of dealing with it. I was tired of making my way through it, putting up with it. I wanted to deal with the results, not the consequences. And it took a while. I'm still working on it. But I guarantee you this. Majority ain't because I made a purpose and a conscious decision to go do some fuck nigga shit. And I ended up with some fuck nigga consequences. I make mistakes. Everybody do. So sometimes I have to deal with consequences behind my mistakes. But not because I chose to do this dumb shit. Sometimes I do dumb shit and hey, it was the best alternative I had at the time. I tell you one that might be currently going through right now. I'm saying might, but just hear me out. When I told y'all at the beginning of this video that it got to that point where my bill was coming up and my money was getting low, I was having to cut shit out. Well, my habit cut out. I got to a point where I was like, damn, I got 2 cars. I'm not really driving Audi right now, so I quit paying the car insurance on the Audi. I kept paying car insurance on the other car. Then it got down to a point where I'm like, damn, my motherfucking, I redid my car insurance with a different company to get it down lower. Save me a little bit of money. I thought my payments was on automatic, but they wasn't. So I fuck around and got a notice that next month was like, hey, you ain't pay your car insurance, so we gonna let you go. And I was like, damn, but I thought about it, like, you know what? Fuck it, that's just some more money I'm saving that I ain't gotta pay right now because this mortgage due. Money, I gotta pay this. I can't get my phone and shit cut off because I'm trying to get a job and that's how it's gonna happen. My mama's phone bill connected to mine, so I gotta pay her bill too. So I'm like, fuck it, I just got to stay in the house as much and only go where I got to go because I ain't got no car insurance. And yeah, that's dumb as hell because I could get pulled over, they could tow my shit or anything, but it was one of the things I just had to do at the time. I had some sensors in my Audi or something. I bought the sensors a long time ago, and I finally got somebody to help me put them on. I couldn't get the other bolts put on, so I don't know if everything copacetic. But right now, while I'm working, my plan is to get me some money together and call out at Little Rock and tell them to come get the car and put it in the shop. I don't know what they're gonna charge me, so I want to have a few thousand on hand while they fixing it. So whatever they tell me, when they tell me, I don't have to say, all right, man, let me hustle up the money. Nah, here you go, here. But my way of thinking is, I'm still paying for that car. It ain't no cheap ass car, so I'm not gonna ride it into the ground while something wrong with it. I'm just gonna put it up until I get it fixed. And when I hit back on the road with that motherfucker, it's gonna be A1. I'm not going no shade tree mechanic with a car that I'm still paying on, or none of that. I just got to make it happen. So I'm gonna do it the right way. I would encourage y'all to do y'all life the same way, even if it take a little bit longer. If the road might be a little bit more bumpier, so what? You rather get to the end of that long bumpy road and your house be sitting there than get to the end of that short road and it be a motherfucking jail cell or a graveyard. You know what I'm saying? And I know that there's some of y'all, some of them that take that shortcut and seem like they always come up, or they always come out on top. I'ma just be real. Never been me. Not that I look at it. I've always got the short end of the stick once I took that shortcut. I always came out on the bottom when I didn't put the work in. I always lost out, missed out. See, I'm the type of dude, I try to save some money and take my car to a shade tree mechanic, and I end up paying for a car I'll never be able to drive again. When I know damn well, I'm out here driving a truck. I don't need to drive the A7. I'm out here making money. I ain't buying nothing but food. The refrigerator's a lot more full than it was last time I showed y'all. That cabinet got food in it. That cabinet got food in it. This cabinet got food in it. And the refrigerator got 3-4 different types of soda in it. Got ham in that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? They got the cheese, the summer sausages, the pickles. I went and got the pickles. The motherfucking the refried beans. I got all that shit. So, you know what I'm saying? And I did that, like I say, to save another $1. So I don't have to go in here and buy or spend $10 every time I'm trying to eat a meal. I'll cook my own meal and it ain't gonna cost me nothing but $5. And then not only is it gonna be a meal, but that same shit I'm eating for lunch is gonna last to breakfast. It's gonna last to dinner time too. And I'm doing that because I know I got responsibilities. I know I got shit I wanna do. I got shit I need to do. I need to put my car in. You know what I'm saying? $15 3 days. Not one meal, and then I gotta buy another $15 meal later on tonight. I don't know how long it's been cut off, so I'm gonna say break up some of the monotony of driving. I was gonna take a I'm a cook for y'all. That's what I was telling myself. I was gonna cook for y'all. And since I got time right now, even though I'm not hungry, I'm ready to go in the I'm telling him to come on. Come on. Let me jump in one of these parking spots, man. Turn Chef Phil ID. So what I'm gonna do for y'all, man. Get the hook up when you get prison meals. Now I can go back and read y'all comments too right quick. Let me slide down. Man, shout out to Dino from A-Week. I should say from Dub Week. King David, shout out Tanya Johnson. Jay, boy, you the reason I started doing this video. Anyway, y'all want to see me put the little meal together right quick. And don't be talking about the way I be cooking, man. I'm in a truck. But, let's see. We're going to have to get some of that bread. I'm going to need at least a plate. I got all kind of, damn, I smashed up some of my buns. Had to give me some salt. Hey, I'm thinking I smashed, ain't turned shit around. They got damn bread shit in there. Other shit. Let me see. We're gonna use some of these. Now we're gonna need a couple of these noodles. The bread shit that'll come later on. What I got over here. I gotta get a ball. Dang out. Some chili. Cheese. Got them good pickles. And there's summer sausage. Yeah, I really fucking my shit up because I wasn't even gonna eat this type of shit today. I was gonna make me some barbecue. I got some barbecue and some macaroni and cheese, and I got some potatoes. But we fit the I don't know if I want to put no refried beans in this shit. I'm trying to think like, man, that, you know what? We get these refried beans about you. Yeah, them too. Just sit over there. You know you need water to cook your noodles, man. Now, in prison, I wouldn't have a cup of noodles. I would have oh, I got a knife right. Instead of a cup of noodles, I would have a pack of noodles. I could throw them on the floor, crunch them bitches up real good. But with the cup, I got to, you know what I'm saying? You quit trying to rush it. If I stab a hole in the cup and the cup don't even be no damn good. I done did that before and then put the water in there, the water get coming out the bottom of the cup like, ah, dang. Nah. The reason for this is some of the water might leak out. Not leak out, but you know, bubble up. Yeah, I know it ain't sealed, but the weight will keep the paper down. You cook the noodles the right way. About 2.5 minutes. Now, this is what you got to be careful with. The last time I tried to cook this shit, man, I come back, my chili cup was all on the side, chili all on the top of the microwave, all on the bottom. God damn. Got me scared to eat this shit. Cause I ain't know that the shit was on the ceiling until I sat down and looked and was like, fuck it, it's too late now, that shit dried up there. And the next time I microwave something, I had the lid on top of the bowl, but the whole chili film that was up on the top, that shit that just flaked up and fell, the whole thing just fell down. I could pick it up and look at it like this, a piece of chili paper. Yeah. And at the same time, I'm gonna show y'all how this meal gonna come out. That's why I was like, look. That's why I was tripping out from Bill, like, man, you put the 3 noodles. I was like, 3 noodles, nigga, you 2 people? I'm gonna show y'all. This is how much summer sauce is going in that meal. I'm gonna cut that up real good. I try to say best I can with this motherfucking cheap ass butter knife. Give me some chunks. And another thing, I know exactly where my hand been. These bottles of water, boy, this is what I wash my face with. This is what I gargle my mouth out with. This is what I wash dishes with. I go up on this bed, grab me a bottle of water, have to clean with it. Grab the face towel in the morning. So if y'all be wondering where the nigga get water from, you got to buy it. I buy it. Sometimes I drink it. Sometimes I wash my face with it. That's about 2 minutes. Let me cut some more of these pieces of meat up a little smaller. This time, be a little smarter. You gotta learn from your last mistake.
Continue on the current road.
Oh shit. I was thinking he had a dent in it. About 2 minutes. I really need to watch it. You know what? I don't know, man. That shit got me paranoid. I'm gonna have to watch this shit, man. Cause last time I was just dumping the juice off the noodles. I was just dumping the juice off the noodles. I had the chili on 2 minutes. I came back, that shit had fucked my microwave up. So I don't know how long it took or none of that. This mix on the menu to chop up is enough. And then keep in mind, in prison, boy, ain't no microwave, so we doing all this shit with hot water. So you might have to take the can of chili I just showed y'all and put it in a sock. Tie the sock around the nozzle and let the hot water just run down on that sock and cook whatever in it. So you might have your chili in there, you might have your summer sauces in there, you might, that was the blow up right there. You might have your chili, a block of cheese, summer sauces, all that might be in one sock cooking individually in the wrappers, you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna show you like this shit here. And how this is how your chili be in prison, in a bag like this, where you can cook it in this bag and then rip it open and pour it on out. It don't be in no can. Shit be like this, where you can just rip it on open, pour it out. Now, summer sausage shit is gonna be in a wrapper like this. You might get the thick one, or you might get one like this. All right, we're almost done on the chili. You can't see the stain. I see the stain. So, what I'm gonna do now is take that off of there. Better get this chili and dump it out. Let me just set it over here to the side first. Cause we're gonna heat that up again. On top of these refried beans. I wish that shit was in a resealable bag. It ain't, but I got some Ziploc bags. I don't need too much. That shit big. So when it's all said and done, that's gonna go back to the Ziploc bag. Now, we take the refried bean, we're gonna dump that meat in there. All of it. Now, I'm gonna pour the chili on it. Think about another minute. Pickle time. I don't know how many pickles in this motherfucker because I ain't never bought it before. But I know it should be some. Yeah, them gonna make decent chunks. So I'm gonna give me. That ought to get me. Oh, fill it back up with some hair ties. I'm gonna put this back and try to stuff it down in a Ziploc. Put these pickle chunks. As you can tell, these are crunchy ass pickles. And yes, the pickles make it so much better. So now it's time to pickle on there. Alright, check this out, y'all. I am about to pull a lot of this damn juice off of the soup. Not all of it, but I'm gonna say a good 80% of it gotta go. Got for one, I don't want my shit all running. For two, the juice got a lot to do with the flavor that you put to have. And I don't want that, this chicken, so I don't want to taste it just like chicken. But give me a second, I'll be right back. I really need to pour this shit in the cup, and then I can pour the cup out later on. Cup ain't no trash anyway here. All right. Just like that. 1 cup of noodles. Y'all see where this shit already, right? Like, this ain't no little bowl. I can't put both of my hands around this bowl and make them touch. So this bowl is about this big around. It's about this deep. I'm not through putting shit in here yet. The 2 things I got left: chips, cheese. Now the thing about this is, if I was in prison, I would be using probably 2 different types of chips. I would have me some Fritos and possibly some Doritos. Them work best. Corn chips. You know what I'm saying? Don't be trying to use potato chips. Tortilla chips even work. Potato chips will work, but I'm just telling you, they're going to mush up and they're not going to be the effect of the chips, which is to get a little crunch. Oh, we found one of these Ziploc bags. I'm going to put some chips in there and crunch it up in the bag. I wasn't even hungry at first. I'm getting a little hungry now. Boy, getting a little hungry now. Yeah, I'm gonna have to make me old sandwich too. All right, that out there, no shit. Same thing, you know what I'm saying? I only got to close the bag. Just remind me, stop my damn truck like that. Yeah, like I said, we was in Jump, man. I'd be putting me some cheese crackers in here too. Sure we at with it now. Imagine 2 more soups being in here. I'm already, goddamn it, I can't stir it up the way I want to. I can't even do full circles because it should be all over the top of the refrigerator. That's why I was like, nah, I'll be here now. You talking about 3 soups, boy. You saying you wasn't the cook. You wasn't the cook. You was just a nigga you sit around and eat. You all get mixed up where it'll stick together. Then I can get the, you know what I'm saying, putting a whip on it. Depending on how fat I'm trying to get, whether I want to eat this with bread or some crackers. I just bought the crackers and I'm probably going to go with the crackers. But let me see the meat and shit up in there. Now I tell you, you don't need that much meat. You're going to see that meat off in there. You're going to taste that meat. Damn every bite. You see the pickles. You're going to taste them pickles. You're going to taste them chips, that chili. No, man, I need to get fresh. I need to get fresh. I ain't there right now. Taste this food though. Got 2 pickles in there, but I taste them. Yeah, they make it. Well, I taste pickle like nothing else. All right. Let me quit being fat. Let me quit being fat and be real fat. I'm gonna let y'all go. I got to eat. Get back on the road. But don't be afraid to take the long road instead of the wrong road. Do things the long way instead of the wrong way. Find somebody to help. Tell somebody you love them. You know I love y'all. And I appreciate you. Stop doing that bullshit. Get on that real shit. We out.